Hello everyone, this is Aditya Sharma from PGDM 2016 and 18 batch, and I was part of the organizing team for Nirvana 2018, which is last year's Nirvana. So before I go ahead and jump into the story of Nirvana 2018, I would like to thank the commanding team for Nirvana this year for reaching out to me and giving me an opportunity to relive those moments and share with everyone what made Nirvana 2018 so special. So thank you guys. So Nirvana 2018 all started in month of September, wherein a team of 11 guys was formed under the guidance of Sashmita ma'am and Violence sir, which was eventually transformed into a team of more than 200 volunteers who worked day and night irrespective of their daily curriculums, their placements, live projects to make sure those 3 days of February were as awesome as possible. So, one of the most first memories of Nirvana comes to my mind with this picture, which I took at my place, wherein we all sat for the first time to prepare a rough budget or proposed budget for Nirvana 2018. And that was one of the most toughest part of Nirvana actually, because we didn't have any running figures from last year Nirvana. So we started from scratch and had to incorporate all the factors or all the elements of budget, be it from a tissue paper to as big as a cultural night expense. I still remember that the first time we presented this budget proposal in front of our director sir and our vice chancellor Mr. Saxena. Me and Neil were standing in front of boardroom wherein we were thinking that yeah, we did make this budget based on our estimates. Will it be possible for us to get it passed? I still remember Neil telling me that whatever be the situation, just don't stop. Keep talking, and just make sure you don't leave any loopholes in terms of your understanding. Be yourself, and I'm here to support you. And the same thing happened. So we got our budget approved in month of October, or rather end of October, and we started aggressively working towards the implementation part of the various aspects of Nirvana from November. I still remember that Excel sheet which Neil showed me for the first time, which actually had a Gantt chart kind of a figure in it, and it had timelines for all the aspects in place, right from posting the events, starting the registration, starting the first rounds of the events, to the 3 day slot events for every event. Neil was to the point. And irrespective of our huge team, the biggest thing or the biggest strength of Nirvana was uh, a single, I would say a single mentality amongst all of us, which was making the name of our college as grand as possible. And which actually happened. So we had participations from around the country, coming in from different top colleges from our country. We had close to more than three 200 if I'm not wrong, 250 participants coming in, cumulatively coming in from different part of the country. And that actually was one of the biggest challenge for us, because we didn't have any regular participation coming in from different from past, so we had to pitch everything afresh. So right from nurturing an event, this grand level of an event, to promoting this event, taking the concept of this event to the proposal, which was actually a very cumbersome job. And I still remember me and Neil and Omkar, Himakar, Sparsh suiting up every morning and reaching out to every possible big players in the industry to get our sponsor to sponsor us for this event, and talking like maybe one of the founders of the startup. But we also had a good experience with the same actually, because we had a good amount of sponsorship coming in from Internshala, we had sponsorship from Fever FM, we had sponsorship of MI, we had sponsorship of Xiaomi, we had sponsorship coming in from various other vendors, be it maker of milkshake and different. So we had a mix of sponsorship coming in from different domains. One of the most I would say one of the most distinguishing factors for Nirvana 2018 was the creativity part of it. I still remember when we started our operation from the music room, which is the part of our Tarnaga campus. Uh, it eventually transformed into our control center. So we had those sliding boards, on the wall, which actually became our battlefield. So we had everything about Nirvana jotted down on that board, and with deadline, with names, and everything in there to make sure that we had everything in place. We had a great designer team to start with, first of all. I remember. I remember. I remember that we decided to actually, decide upon the themes for different floors for our college, which was actually the first time we did, and everything was done in that music room. We handmade everything. We had a minions. We had minions as our basic. We had minions made from bottles. So everything was as sustainable as possible, and we designed our flexes, posters, everything from that room, sitting on that desk, sitting on that chair, right from coloring those posters to everything was done in that room, and that actually was a very differentiating part for Nirvana 2018. So to name some few masterpieces of this, we had Marisha coming in for designing. Marisha, Harshika, Vasundhara, and oh, how can I forget Ashna Bayana. She actually is a masterpiece when it comes to designing, and she helped us in making our ideas more implementable and more creative actually. So she helped us day in day out in designing the basic architecture of all the models which we were making and everything. Apart from this, what Nirvana what was very really special about Nirvana was the type of or rather the mix of talents we had from both senior batch and the junior batch. So we were a team of 11 guys, with me and Neil heading and co-heading Nirvana. We had Maneet, who was taking the cultural part of Nirvana, and throughout Nirvana she was very apprehensive that Adi, how will it happen, how will it happen, but I'm really glad that she stood by and she made sure that everything was implemented at par. We had hospitality and logistics part taken care by Kapil, who was very efficient in his working and made sure that everything was at par. We had Astha helping us in designing part of it. We had Pratyusha, Himakar, and Chaitanya helping us with sponsorship. We had Sparsh, and how can I forget Omkar, our workhorse. He actually was the most integral part of our team. Right from that Nirvana bulb board to the basic we climbing those ladders to post the posters and making the foyer area as lucrative as possible. It was all thought of by Omkar, me, Neil, but the implementation what or the motivation part of it was given by Omkar. Okay, so apart from these core members, we had some of great help coming in from my batchmates, in form of Rajiv helping us with budgeting and expenditure part of it. We had Udit taking care of. He was also the part of core team, so he was actually one of the most efficient guy in the team who helped us in preparing the budget for Nirvana and taking the expenditure, getting all those approvals from accounts team, which was actually one of the hardest nut to crack. I would say that. But I would like to really appreciate the effort of accounts team too here, because they expedited everything as per our requirements. And we also had coming in help coming in from Drubin, who helped me in designing everything for Nirvana, be it on digital platform or a print platform. All those flexes coming in were done by me and Drubin. Plus we had help from Sonika in making the posters. So we had a bunch of guys, who were really on the job. They made sure that everything was at par, everything was executed in a seamless manner, which actually made Nirvana the success it is today. Nirvana also witnessed its first fashion show, which was which was actually supposed to be cancelled a day or two before, but Maneet insisted, that once we have made the plan, let's just go with it. So that's how it was. So we had participations coming in from our batchmates, and for the first time our faculty members do participate in it. I still remember that moment when Ram sir, DD sir, and Manoj sir walked the ramp, and it was such an awe moment for us. We had band performance coming in from the Rue the Fusion band. We had Battle of Band. We had first night starting with EDM night, which was a blockbuster night, and pretty much every part of Nirvana was is actually a memory for me and for the whole college. We had everyone coming in just to make sure that this Nirvana has to be as grand as possible. So I would conclude this journey of Nirvana with a statement, and which actually is pretty true from my perspective. That yeah, those days were the best days of my life, and had a blast of time working with different people. I learned how to manage people, made some awesome friends, from different colleges, had a corporate connect to take forward from this Nirvana to next Nirvana. And yeah, we were pretty on the job in making sure that legacy of Nirvana stays in its place, and this is what made Nirvana in true sense igniting this spirit. So thank you guys again for giving me this opportunity. uh, I would like to give you a thumbs up and give you wishes, wishing you best of luck for Nirvana 2019. Make it grand as possible, and if in case you need any help, you can reach out to any of us. We are on the job, we will be helping you. We'll make sure that Nirvana is grand again. Thank you so much. Bye.